This is a case study on how to use IRSA Viewer and HIPS images to visualize objects and satellite footprints over a large chunk of sky. HIPS images are fundamentally different than FITS images. HIPS images are designed to cover a huge chunk of sky. So for my science case here, I know that K2 observed a huge chunk of sky in and around the Taurus molecular cloud, but I would like to know which stars that are members of the Taurus star-forming region were actually observed or could have been observed by K2. So the first thing that I want to do is get a HIPS image in here. So I'm going to go to the Images tab, go to View HIPS Images. I have a huge number to choose from. If I unclick IRSA's featured, I have an even longer list. So I would like an optical image. I'm going to search on DSS, and indeed I can find DSS colored. I don't have to specify a target or field of view. I'm just going to go ahead and search. It's brought it up in the Horsehead Nebula. That's a fine place to start. Now I'm going to go get the catalog that I've assembled of the members of Taurus that I think are going to be relevant here. It's just a simple catalog. It's an IPAC table file. It just has an object name and then a position, right ascension, and declination. Since it's a simple IPAC table file, it's just loaded it in without complaint, and it's understood the right ascension and declination. It hasn't jumped to center the source on the sky yet. I'm going to force it to do so by picking one of the sources from the plot, and it's going to jump in the image. I'm going to have to zoom out in order for you to see the whole catalog on the HIPS image. You can see right away that it's covering a huge region of sky. Just for scale, let's go measure the distance across here, 16.5 degrees. So this is a big chunk of sky. Might even have to zoom out a little bit more to get all of it in here. Large chunk of sky. Now what I need to do is go and get the regions file that has the K2 footprints in it that I need for the two K2 observations that are relevant to this. So now you see the K2 footprints and the Taurus members. Here you can see the Pleiades. You can see that some of the Taurus members are observed by K2 and some are not. We've got hierarchical catalog display on here. So what that means is rather than showing us all of the individual sources for some of these, it's showing us the sources binned up. So if I go and click on the individual cells, it's going to show me all of the sources in the cell. Probably not too many from there or here are relevant because they're not overlapping the K2 fields of view, but those cells probably are relevant here. So now I have a sense of what fraction of these sources are going to be relevant for the K2 observations. I can try to weed this down further by zooming in. Then I can identify which sources might be off the K2 chips and which ones might be on. It's just an interactive way of doing this, which I find pretty satisfying.